Hello everyone, it's time for another update on Biohazard/Cherenkov/Orca. That's right, it's another new name. This time around, Orca competed in Waltham, Massachusetts at the one and only Mass Destruction Resurgence 5. Orca had one major change for this event. After battle testing Sunlu's PLA Plus 2.0, I found it to be not very good. Overture's Super PLA Plus is generally regarded to be the best filament for plastic antweights, but they didn't stock the same light blue as Cherenkov, so I decided to send it on a recolor. I named the new black and white robot Orca after a joke with my team members. Other than that, small mini forks capped off a totally brand new robot. You've got to trust me on this one. After braving the cold 3-hour drive to Waltham, my teammate Julian and I arrived at the event and snagged a table close to the ramp exit. My first fight was against Fury. I had seen Fury before, at the first Mass Destruction event, but I had no experience fighting them, so I went in blind. Fury is a vertical spinner robot with a weapon similar to metal antweights mounted on a very scary hub motor. It has a neat self-righting system as well, in the form of a little arm on the back.
Thumbs up all around. Audience, please help me count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight, robots, fight! Both these vertical spinners are up to speed. Going in for that first initial hit, it looks like nobody's really having a tip speed advantage over the other. And with no forks, nobody's getting under the other one. Corner shot there from Orca onto Fury. Orca not spinning particularly fast. Fury has a self-righting arm, but it looks like it doesn't have quite enough torque to get him flipped over the right way. Orca goes in for a cheeky little hit, throwing them both into the pit, and Fury has gotten stuck in a very awkward way. We're going to reset the pit one more time. There we go. Everybody freed up, pointing the right direction, although Orca has lost their weapon in the meantime. Fury getting furiously thrown across the arena. Orca's weapon is back. Trying to build up for a good hit. Coming around the front, gets Fury flipped over the right way around. Both these robots hunting for a good angle on each other. That drum on Orca's gone down again, but it comes back up just as soon as I spoke. Fury once again spending most of this match upside down. Not a place he wants to be, but Orca's going to keep trying to help him come right back over. And he does it! Yay! First big meaty hit coming from Orca onto Fury. Neither of these robots showing a whole lot of damage so far. They have slowed down somewhat. Fury's now got Orca stuck in the wall. He's having a hard time getting out. But he's going to be nice enough to actually free Orca. Orca showing some stability issues upside down, but that's a feature and it allows him to get back over. But with 5 seconds left, this fight is going to the judges. Let's give a round of applause for both of our competitors here, but especially for your winner by judges' decision, Orca!
The fight resulted in very little damage to Orca, with only some minor drum damage and some residual filament from Fury chewing away at my top plate. Overall, Orca was in a fine enough shape to compete as is against my next opponent, Spillway. Spillway is a very meta and very intimidating 4-wheel drive vertical drum spinner, all in a small and dense package. I was nervous going into this fight, as it would be my first test of metal with the new filament against such a drum.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight, robots, fight! Both these drums spinning up to speed. We're going in for a big hit. Spillway actually gets the initiation on that, but he pays for it and bounces back into the wall in the corner. Hit. Lower it. We're going to lower the pit real quick as these competitors get closer and closer to it. Spillway seems to fake us out before actually ending up in there. Spillway right side round. Orca's going to smack into him against the wall. Not the most catastrophic hit, but both these competitors end up in the pit. Orca's left us a nice little message on the underside saying hi. Neither of these robots seem to have been well designed for driving upside down with a whole lot of bouncing and knocking. That drum on Orca is starting to show some hesitation and spinning. It could be a simple cogging issue, or it could be that his motor is very broken. He's going to give it some percussive maintenance with a trip to the pit, while Spillway stays upside down. Spillway decides to get back into the game. Looks like one of the wheels on Orca is also out of it. Spillway has slowed that weapon down, no longer going for those weapon-to-weapon hits, and instead going to try to get some more cheeky competitive fights across the entire fight. And there's a good hit right there, throwing Orca across and into the pit before chasing him there. Orca is starting to show a lot of difficulty in driving. Spillways is going to chase him onto the pit floor, don't know why, before going in himself.
Oh, his thing is on.
Spillway chasing back after Orca. Orca still not showing any more weapon as we go into the last 20 seconds here. Gonna use the floor one more time. Spillway still not showing any signs of slowing down in the last 20 seconds for what has been a very fun plastic antweight fight. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the fight. Let's give a round of applause for both of these competitors, but especially for your winner, Spillway.
The fight ended in a loss due to my non-functional weapon. The problem wasn't the motor, it was the drum itself. The tooth had chipped and lodged itself on the frame, stopping my drum movement. This also meant I couldn't self-write. If only I had Fury's self-writer. My next fight was against Addition, a scary, powerful, hub-motor drum spinner. Addition is built and driven by Seth of Just Cause Robotics, a robotics parts vendor who is relatively famous. While I myself prefer repeat robotics, it was nonetheless quite intimidating fighting such a figurehead of the combat robotics community.
Please on the countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight, robots, fight! Both these vertical drums are getting up to speed. Addition so far has won every one of his fights by knockout. Orca's 1-1 both on judges' decisions, so it could be anybody's game here. Orca manages to get some really nice chunks off the front of Addition. Addition is now ripping chunks off of his own robot as he tries to start chewing away at Addition. It seems like this might be a battle of materials, and one that Orca is winning. More chunks are coming off of Addition. I don't know where they're coming from. Nice struggle there from Orca, getting even more bits. Addition up on his head and in the corner. Orca bullying him, and it looks like that weapon on Addition is about to fall off. All the supports on one side have been completely removed. 1 or 2 more big hits, and this drum is going to fly off of Addition. And the bolt has completely come off of the far side weapon support of Addition. He still seems to have some kind of internal support, but I'm optimistic that we're going to see this robot completely fall apart. 40 seconds remaining. Come on, Orca. You must have made it worth my while. First big right out of the pit for Addition, but that drum shows no signs of slowing down. Addition is now on the attack, but he's not able to remove any parts away from Orca, but he does take him to the wall. Another good rally between these two robots as both of them are fighting for dominance on who's got the faster weapon with the better material. And I'm just waiting for that one big hit. I just want to see that weapon fly off. Please, Orca. I gave you so much time. And with 5 seconds left in this fight, this is going to the judges, who are going to call it for your winner, Orca. Let's give a round of applause for both of these competitors, although we would have liked to have seen the drum fall completely off of Addition.
Astoundingly, my robot came out on top. Seth remarked as the fight ended that ASA sucks, and he was right. I ended up destroying both the weapon and forks of Addition in our weapon-on-weapon hits. Seth later reported that he was unable to use his original PLA Plus due to weight issues. With 8 points gained from qualifications, I was eligible for the elimination bracket, effectively earning me 8th place. However, the event was not over yet. My robot was still in relatively good condition, other than a few armor swaps. That left me with enough time to kick back, relax, and blast Starjunk 95 while playing Balatro. Yeah. After my brain recharging break, I faced my first fight in the bracket, a scary blue and black 4-wheel drive drum spinner. That's right, it's Spillway again. Hedging my bets, I decided to keep going weapon on weapon and trusting in the new drum.
3, 2, 1. Fight, robots, fight! But these vertical spinners up to speed. Spillway's upside down. Orca makes him pay for that before taking him right back to the corner. So far, Orca dominating the first 10 seconds of this match, which is a good critical position to start in. Spillway breaking free, trying to get some distance and use the speed to his advantage. Gets a good hit in on Orca. The bottom side of Orca says hi. Spillway is going to make sure to show that off as much as he can. Orca checking the wall for some reason. Spillway literally driving circles around Orca, but it seems to be a trap where now he's got Spillway stuck in a corner. Spillway's classically trying to fight the arena, but the arena weighs a lot more than him. Ends up in the pit and upside down for his troubles. Spillway's drive is looking a little worse for the wear. He's trying to do some dynamic self-righting where he just smacks the floor enough times that eventually he'll land the right way around. Orca taking total domination of that, and it looks like Spillway's is down a drive side. Spillway's is really rubbing his weapon there to try to get that tip speed advantage. Meanwhile, Orca's upside down. Takes a minute to flip himself right way around, but now Spillway's is stuck on the floor. He's going to try to throttle his way out of it. Orca really needs to play a slow and careful game here. If he goes weapon to weapon, he's going to get thrown across the arena again. He needs to sneak around the back and try to take out that other drive side. And he almost does it, but misses it right at the last second. He's about to throw caution to the wind and go weapon to weapon in the corner. Maybe not the greatest of ideas, but it is showing aggression. In these final 5 seconds, he finally gets the good hit that he wants. And with 1 second left, this fight is over. Let's get a round of applause for your winner, Orca!
It ended in victory, and I advanced in the bracket. My next fight was against Jeryl, a very, very scary drum spinner from Team WPI. In my travels around the internet, I've come across Jeryl many times, so I knew what he was capable of. I was scared, and rightfully so. Jeryl is a beast. However, I went in excited as ever and prepared for a brawl.
Orca, y'all good? Jeryl, you ready?
It turns out I need to strengthen my wheel guards more. Once the wheel came off, I knew it was done. I tried to get some hits by essentially turning into Jeryl, which I did, but I knew I wasn't going to win. It was more for my own sake. I was just having fun at that point. I was absolutely happy, even though I didn't get one of the awesome trophies that they award for third place. At any rate, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see Orca continue to compete, subscribe if you want. I have an update plan which solves some issues and may compete in events closer to April, time willing. Thank you for watching.
Concept of Grime.